Imagine staring into the vast, moonlit ocean when suddenly, out of the mist, an ancient, decaying ship silently emerges. No lights, no signs of life, just the creaking of wood and the haunting sound of wind pushing torn sails. You reach for your binoculars, but there's no one aboard, and then, just as quickly, it vanishes. What if I told you that ship has been seen by sailors for over 500 years? Welcome to the mystery of the ghost ship that refuses to die. Throughout history, the sea has kept secrets darker than any cave and older than any ruin. But among all the tales of sea monsters, shipwrecks, and lost cities, one mystery has stood untouched by time and unbroken by logic. A ghost ship, not just a story whispered around sailor bars, but a documented, persistent legend seen by hundreds across centuries. They call it many names: the Crimson Widow, the Silent Whaler, the Ship of Whispers, but most simply call it what it is: the Eternal Drifter. Reported sightings stretch from the icy waters of the North Atlantic to the sunburnt waves of the Pacific. And every account describes the same thing: a towering triple-mast galleon, sails blackened with age, wooden hull barely intact, no crew, no direction, and always surrounded by a dense fog, even in clear weather. So, what is it? A trick of the light? A hallucination? Or something far more chilling? Let's dive deeper. According to records pulled from maritime logs, the earliest confirmed sighting was in 1524. A Spanish treasure fleet sailing near the Azores spotted a drifting ship. The lookout shouted. Cannons were ready, but when they pulled up, no enemy came. The ship floated there, dead on the water. When the Spaniards boarded her, they found rotting food, abandoned weapons, and journals in French. The last entry? We're no longer alone on this ship. It follows us, even in daylight. But here's the real twist. The captain of that French ship had been declared missing a full 7 years prior. How did a missing vessel reappear? Halfway across the globe, crewless, and drifting. The Spaniards took the journals and left. The ship? It disappeared the next morning. Since then, the story grew darker. In 1771, a Dutch whaling ship reported sailing beside the same ghostly vessel for 3 days. Each night, crew members claimed they heard footsteps echoing across the water. The captain dismissed it as superstition, until his first mate was found hanged from their own mast. No one heard him climb. No one saw him move. The body was ice cold within minutes. The Dutch ship returned to port, half its crew gone mad. All said the same thing: it watched us. In 1910, a British cargo ship encountered the vessel in the Caribbean. Their logbook describes an unnatural silence as they approached. No wind, no waves, just the ship drifting sideways against the current. When they sent a rowboat to investigate, it never returned. Even today, sightings continue. In 2004, a U.S. Navy destroyer tracking rogue submarines off the Pacific coast reported an unknown object on sonar. When they surfaced to check, they spotted a centuries-old galleon. The coordinates were logged, satellite imagery taken, but by the time rescue helicopters arrived, there was nothing, only open sea. So how is this possible? Skeptics claim it's mass hysteria. Others blame rogue waves, ocean mirages, or hallucinations caused by prolonged sun exposure. But that doesn't explain the consistency of reports, or the fact that different cultures across oceans and generations describe the exact same ship. Let me put it this way: the sails always appear torn, yet never degrade. The ship is always spotted around moments of catastrophe. Storms, vanishings, unexplained deaths. And perhaps most bizarrely, it's never been seen twice by the same person. Is it a cursed ship? A ghost of the sea itself? Or is it something worse? In 1998, deep-sea diver and marine archaeologist Lena Moreau found something eerie. Exploring a trench near the Bermuda Triangle, she came across barnacle-covered debris from a galleon, part of a masthead and rotted hull wood. Testing revealed the wood dated back to the 1500s. But here's the strange part: there were claw marks on the inside of the planks, as if someone or something had been trying to escape. Weeks later, Lena published her findings. But 3 days before her press conference, her vessel, the Neptune Light, vanished with all 14 crew members aboard. No distress signal, no debris, just gone. Some believe Lena found what no one else had dared to, a piece of the ghost ship, and paid the price. One legend claims that the ship was cursed by a sea which after the crew betrayed and drowned her in 1483. Her dying words? "You shall never reach shore. You shall never die. You shall sail forever." Since then, every crew to board the vessel disappears. Their souls? Claimed by the ocean. Their voices? Still heard by passing ships. Some sailors say if you hear a bell at sea, but no ship in sight, turn back. Because the eternal drifter is near, and it's looking for new crew. In 2017, a fisherman from Nova Scotia, Caleb Rourke, uploaded a shaky, fog-covered video to YouTube. In it, a massive silhouette glides across the water. He's heard whispering. A bell rings. A shadow crosses his boat. Then static. That video has since vanished. Taken down. Caleb? Reported missing the next week. His boat was found adrift, with deep scratches on the deck and sails torn clean through. On board, a single item was left. An old compass, still spinning wildly. Now think about this. What if the ship doesn't haunt the sea? What if it is the sea? A living memory, an ancient curse-made vessel. It doesn't chase you. It waits. And when the ocean falls silent, when the fog rolls in, when the temperature drops suddenly, that's when it comes. And if you see it, pray you never board it. Because the moment your feet touch that ghostly deck, time stops. And you become a part of the story. Forever. Stories like these blur the line between history and horror, myth and reality. But the ocean doesn't care what we believe. It hides and waits. And who knows, maybe the next wave will carry the eternal drifter to your shores. If this story sent chills down your spine, imagine what's coming next. Hit that subscribe button for more mysteries that'll keep you up at night. Drop a comment below. What do you think this ship really is? And don't forget to like this video to let the algorithm know we're sailing in the right direction. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and if you hear a bell on the water, don't look back.